I have a Providence story. It's funny now, but this was a long time ago. We were on an 800, so there was 4 of us. We flew from San Diego to Baltimore and Baltimore to Providence, Rhode Island. That is a super short flight. I was sitting in the back, I was the B, and we got an order from everyone on the plane. And then we get a phone call from the pilots up front, and they tell us that there's a bomb threat on our plane. Now, all of us were pretty darn sure that there was no bomb on that plane because we had been on it all day. All day. We were the only crew on that plane. We've been on it all day. If I remember correctly, I do know that that day there was like 5 threats called in at like once on like 5 different airplanes. Well, in Providence, they wouldn't let us pull up to the gate. They took us out and away from everything, and they made us wait. It was really late, and we had to wait for the local police to get there, and people were cussing at the A up front, telling them that we were holding them hostage. They were literally calling 911, the people on the plane, to tell them that we were holding them hostage and not letting them go. We couldn't share a whole lot of details because of what was going on. And so all the people had to leave everything on the plane, all their carry-ons, everything. They were allowed to take their phone and their like wallet or purse. That was it. They had to leave everything else on the plane, and they bused them to the terminal. They told us if we didn't feel safe, we could also leave everything on the plane, and then they were gonna have dogs come through and sniff the whole entire plane. Based on what we had heard when the threats were sent in, we were 99% sure that there was not a risk. And somebody's gonna play in the comments. You come for me in the comments if you want. But we decided to stay with the plane and wait for the bomb sniffing dog, and they came and we carried all our stuff down the air stairs, and then he sniffed all of the crew, the 4 of us, and then we were allowed to leave. But the poor pilots, they had to stay with the plane until everything was done, because then they had to drive it to the terminal, and then I'm assuming the people came back on and got their stuff. I honestly don't know, because we left and we had to like go in through a back way, and you could just feel all the customers glaring at us. I'm like, we did not make this decision, because just the way it was called in, it wasn't super credible. That's my Providence, Rhode Island story. It's pretty crazy.